Shalom, this is your brother Arya. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, all powers, all glory, and all honors unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Harakah HaKwadash. Double honors and double praises as well to the elect, to the 144,000 elect men that are scattered across the four corners of the earth, and to the hopeful fact as well, and to the elders and apostles and bishops and brothers of the great millstone who teach and rule well and sincere, Akyam and Akwat that are tuning in, and to you new believers that are tuning in as well, I say Shalom. So in today's topic, we'll be regarding the elect will receive an eternal crown and shall rule forever with the Yahawashi. And I have a couple of precepts regarding to this topic. And it goes to 2nd Ezra 2 and 42 and 48, right? And this is Ezra having a vision, right? So for verse 42, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, which is the nation of Israel, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord Yahawashi with songs. In the midst of them was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads were set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said upon me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put the mortal, and confessed the name of our power, Yahawashi. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is that crowneth them, and giveth their palms in their hands? So he answered, said unto me, Is the son of Yahawashi, who is Yahawashi, whom he confessed in the world. Then began I greatly commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord Yahawashi. Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way, and tell my people in manner of things how great wonders of the Lord Yahawashi, thy power thou hast seen. So, yeah, once again, this is a vision of Ezra. And in that vision, Ezra had seen Yahawashi, who is that young man of a high stature. And in more detail, we can go into Revelations 1 and 14 and 15 in the KJV, right? And his head and his hairs were like white as wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet unto fine brass, right? And as if they was burned in the furnace, and his voice was a sound of many waters, right? So, not that false image that, like, this is a true image of Yahawashi, not that false image that the world sees him as a white man, calling Yahawashi that poisonous name, Jesus. During that vision, the one is watching over Yahawashi probably is our Father Yahweh. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alongside with Yahawashi is the angels, right? The Lord's angels, the 144,000 elect men from the 12 tribes of Yasharal or Israel, as well as the 1/3 who were saved and gathered by the chariots or so-called UFOs that the world ignorantly calls them. And while they're all gathered together, Ezra was seeing in a ceremony in the form of a coronation so big as if it was like an Oscar or an award show, or even like something like a concert, right? As Ezra seen Yahawashi was crowning the elect individually, receiving the crown of life, having immortal bodies, powerful bodies, and crowns fit for the elect, right? That is custom made for that certain elect men. As for the 144,000 elect, were receiving the crown, you could probably imagine that the crowds were cheering, or they were cheering and praising the Lord's name, and like saying something and chanting something like Yahawashi or like the Shemai prayer, right? While Yahawashi was crowning them. And in one video that I watched from the brother's YouTube channel, he had a vision related to that, and he had seen Yahawashi calling out the elect's name and his bloodline, saying something, for example, like Arya from the tribe of Ephraim, son of Joe, son of John, and so forth, hearing the elect's whole lineage while receiving that crown from Yahawashi, right? And that man, that's gonna be a great, glorious day to see, right? And glory to see and hearing your whole lineage, right? And I hope, Lord's will, that I'm one of the elect, as well as the elders and apostles and bishops and brothers of the Great Millstone and other affiliates that call upon the name of Yahawashi Messiah, and that we shall all see us being crowned. And again, Lord's will, we will see that day in due time. And like the elder in my camp, Elder Moth, said, the coronation will be like a long ceremony, right? But I'm sure it's just going to, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very special day and a beautiful moment that we will all experience and never forget that the day our Lord Yahawashi had saved us. And call halal Yahweh Bashim Yashai for that. So in John 14:1 and 3 in the KJV, let your heart not be troubled. Ye believe in Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Believe also in me. In my Father's house there are many mansions, and if it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again to receive unto you myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And I believe this is in the red letter, and this is Yahawashi speaking. So once Yahawashi has crowned the 144,000 elect men, Yahweh Bashim Yashai, Yahawashi is going to bless us all for all their hard work and commitment, for being obedient towards the Lord and towards this faith. And this pertains in James 1:12 in the KJV. Blessed is the man that endured temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai had promised them that love him. So to my fellow Akim out there that are in the truth, look forward upon the kingdom rather than this world, because the crowns that we elect and hope will elect, Lord's will, we will receive, will be an eternal crown put on our heads, right? And we will be like immortal and shall rule alongside Yahawashi forever. And we will judge the new kingdom that Yahawashi will establish. So there's no point of going back into this world. This world is just wretched and wicked. And to be honest, this isn't really living. How could you call this living when when the wicked is ruling, right? Like Esau, Edom, and these other nations rule over us. And really, their time is short, minute after minute, right? And their pathetic kingdom is about to crumble. And the best part, once Esau, Edom, and these other nations' kingdoms come to an end, right? They will serve us. They will serve the nation of Israel as our slaves, and that pertains in Psalms 149:7-8, right? To execute in the KJV, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles in feathers of irons. These nations, they shall serve us, especially you, Esau and Edom. We're gonna make you work like a dog in the kingdom of heaven. the Yahawashi will establish. And and the only rest that you will get on is on the Sabbath. So as you for you other nations too as well. We'll abide by our laws, statutes, and commandments, by the Lord Yahawashi statutes, laws, statutes, and commandments, right? And you will, we will have to give the nation of Israel tributaries in the kingdom as well. So all in all, the Lord Yahawashi is gonna give the 144,000 elect many riches for enduring to the end, for all the hard work and commitment they have done since the beginning, right? And to close out on this in Revelations 21, 3 and 4 in MLT. And I heard a loud shout from the throne saying, "Look, Yahweh Bashim Yeshai's home is now among his people, which is the nation Israel. He will live with them, and they will be his people. Yahweh Bashim Yeshai himself will be with them. He will wipe every tears from their eyes, and there will be no more death, or sorrow, or crying, or pain. All these things are gone forever." So we will be immortal. We'll never be sick. We will never have to worry anymore, because Yahweh Bashim Yeshai got our back on that day, and I cannot wait for that day to happen. In Lord's will, I pray among the elect once again, as well as the elders and apostles, bishops and brothers of the great millstone that are in the truth. And I hope that we'll all be saved. So that'll be all for the lesson. Yahweh Ratazah, I pray that it may be edified. And once again, this is your brother Arya. I'd like to close out by giving all praises, all powers, all glory, and all unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahawashi Bahashem, Kaha Kodash. Double honors, double praises as well to the elect, to the 144,000 elect men that are scattered across the four corners of the earth, and to the elders and apostles and bishops and brothers of the great millstone who teach and rule well, and sincere Akyam and Akwath, abide by truth and live by truth. And to the new believers that are tuning in, I say Shalom. And I'll close out this lesson by praying and saying, Shamai Yashala Yahweh Alahaino Yahweh Hakad. Shamai Yashala Yahweh Alahaino Yahweh Hakad. Shamai Yashala Yahweh Alahaino Yahweh Hakad. And the Bad Papal Kwam Yashala. And Shalom to the next prayer and lesson. Shalom.